Dream your destiny with the loving energy. The Loving Energy Newsletter, Snake Issue number 8. 1. Hello Dream. 2. The Divine reveals what is real. 3. Water, soil, no fit. 4. Second Pyramid Transmission, Edition Dreams. 5. I enjoy all the little wonders in life. One. Hello Dream. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Loving Energy Newsletter, Snake Issue number 8. The weather is still hot, and the tourists are still roaming the streets and beaches of my little island, but I have been feeling that the summer is over ever since my holiday with my Hong Kong family is over. How is it possible that I am missing my mom, my brother, my sister-in-law, and my nephews more than before they came to visit? Is it because we had such a good time? I never had the chance to bond with my sister-in-law, and during this trip, I got to know her as her own person and not just my brother's wife. Now I wish we could have spent more time together. As for my mom, when I met her at the airport, I thought she was the same as the mom I had inside my phone screen, and it would have been alright to continue meeting her only on WhatsApp. How wrong was I? The morning after they departed, I fell into a daze when Photoman and I returned home. I felt my family had not come at all. It was the strangest feeling. I felt as if our holiday together was just a dream. This reminded me of a Chinese idiom, 南柯一夢, 南茄 one dream. Long time ago, a man got very drunk in his own garden. When he leaned against a tree to rest, 2 royal guards from Nanke, a neighboring country, came to greet him. They informed the man that their king required his presence at court. Curious, the man agreed to depart at once with the royal guards. A lovely surprise awaited him at the Nanke royal palace. The king had heard of the man's glorious reputation and would like to arrange the man to marry his daughter, the princess. The princess was delighted, and so was the man. The king also appointed the man to be his right-hand man. The man had it all. For 20 years he served his people with compassion and was loved by everyone. He had children and grandchildren with his beautiful princess. The only thing that didn't go so well then was that the princess had fallen gravely ill. After her death, he never recovered from his grief. One day, when the king could not think of any other ways to bring the man out of his misery, he suggested that his visit should end there and that he should return to his own people. "Whatever do you mean?" the man asked. Just then, someone shouted the man's name till he woke up and he realized none of it was real. He had fallen off to sleep for about an hour, and now his friends woke him up to say goodbye. The idiom 南柯一夢, 南茄 one dream describes life as a dream, and that both fortune and loss are impermanent. May you relish your dreams, always. Love, Stephanie said, The Loving Energy. Note: the images on screen show my Hong Kong family admiring the view of our village house, and my mom stealing grapes from our village neighbors. I really like this mashup of Just the Way You Are and Just a Dream from Pitch Perfect 1. I put a video in the description and the end screen of this video. Two, the Divine reveals what is real. The Divine Reveal, TDR, is a quantum health process that typically runs for 5 to 8 weeks, approximately 12 to 14 hours appointment time. Ruth Ahern was inspired by Anita Mujani's near-death experience, NDE, as detailed in her book Dying to Be Me, to create this unique modality for bringing phenomenal transformation to committed individuals. All sessions are conducted online via Zoom. The first 2 steps of the TDR process, the TDR introductory session and Dying to Be Me book discussion, are free of charge so that you will have necessary information to decide if and when you want to engage in the whole process. To read more about TDR or to schedule a TDR introductory session, please use the links in the description. In her book, Dying to Be Me, Anita Moorjani said for her, it felt as though when she died, she woke up from a dream. She wrote, I was also finding it challenging to integrate back into life because this world still didn't seem real to me. The other realm felt more genuine. And as I have described, I found myself grappling with how seriously everyone was taking everything. For example, how stressed out everyone was about money and finances, even though they had a lot of other beautiful things to enjoy and be thankful for. I also couldn't understand how much people neglected everything else, including love, relationships, talent, creativity, individuality, and so on, for the sake of money, and how much time they spent working at jobs they didn't enjoy. The way everyone viewed life seemed all wrong to me. Priorities and values are misaligned, and everything seemed back to front. I realized that I probably used to think that way too, yet I couldn't imagine going back to it ever again. I know I will never again take a job I don't enjoy just for the money. I found myself thinking my criteria for work and for doing things in general are so different now. My life and my time here are much more valuable to me. Yes, a TDR journey can have similar effect on people. After the TDR hypnosis session, clients can feel misaligned with what they used to think as reality, and instead, they feel drawn to what they have always intuitively known but perhaps suppressed that what are valuable to them. Like I said to everyone during the TDR introductory sessions, after all that preparation, it is easy to bring clients to the realm or a similar realm where Anita Moorjani was doing her NDE. Maintaining all the experience and knowledge is the challenging bit. That is why we have follow-up coaching sessions and weekly support group to assist our clients to continue to integrate their renewed self to their new life. And that is why a TDR journey takes 5 to 8 weeks plus weekly support group for several weeks so that you can receive all the support you need. Three, water, soil, no feet. The thought of the moon cycle is 水土不服, water, soil, no feet. My mom, my sister-in-law, my 2 nephews, Photoman, and I were all ill from our holiday on our island. My mom thought they were not used to the food here. People in Crete tend to put a lot of olive oil that they have abundance of. They would say, if I don't put a lot of oil, how do you know I'm from Crete? By the way, when a Greek person say oil, they mean olive oil. You know, olive tree is a gift from goddess Athena to the people of Athens so that they would name their city after her, right? We took a little boat trip to Agios Ozon and Balos. When the boat skipper was preparing the refreshment, my mom watched and asked him to not put so much oil. The skipper said the oil was from his father's land and he put even more. He put extra oil over the cucumbers and tomatoes from his own garden, and over all the Cretan rusk with tomatoes and cheese. My mom also asked him to not put so much salt. The skipper of course put even more salt on everything and said he collected the salt himself. Everything was too oily and too salty, but we ate anyway because we were polite. Photoman was the only one who ate happily because he is, after all, Greek. That night, my sister-in-law threw up. The next day, my mom had diarrhea. After eating an ice cream the next day, one of my nephews threw up and had to stay in bed from a fever and abdominal pain for 2 days. 2 days later, we went to a well-known Cretan restaurant that is famous for using their own organic produce for farewell dinner. All the dishes were beautiful and delicious, but why did they have to put so much oil? and why did the salad need to swim in oil? We rescued the vegetables best we could. That night, my mom had diarrhea again, and her tummy hurt till she was halfway to Hong Kong. My other nephew threw up the next morning and luckily regained his appetite when the plane stopped over in Dubai. There was nothing wrong with any of the food we consumed, but my family could not stomach it because they were 水土不服, water, soil, no feet, which describes an illness that is due to a person unable to adapt to their environment. Usually, people who are 水土不服, water, soil, no feet, when they are traveling or when they have moved to a new environment. Why were Futoman and I also sick then? The day after my family left, Futoman had shivers and felt lightheaded and was bedbound for a day. He thought it was from getting in and out of air-conditioned holiday apartment and car. We seldom use air conditioner, and Futoman thought his body couldn't adjust to it. As for me, I had headache, stomachache, and a fever for a couple of days. Perhaps I was also not used to being in and out of air-conditioned places anymore after having left Hong Kong for so many years, and perhaps I haven't accustomed to the full Cretan oily experience. Most of all, I think I was having another kind of 水土不服, water, soil, no feet, aka cultural shock or anti-cultural shock. Some parts of Hong Kong Chinese and Greek culture are so different as night and day, and I felt I was caught in the middle of it, being the bridge of both. During this moon cycle, observe if you have 水土不服, water, soil, no feet in any way. As you raise your vibration, do you feel 水土不服, water, soil, no feet with the world around you? Note: images on screen show the village of Tris Ecclesias, which means 3 churches, where we stayed for a couple of nights. My mom was up early to catch the sunrise with her phone, while I caught her catching the sunrise. We took a little boat trip to a secluded beach, and we swam inside a cave that has amazingly refreshing water. We can get ungrounded due to our environment, past trauma, and many other factors. One way to help ourselves with grounding is to breathe through our root chakra, which helps us feel secure in the physical reality. In the root chakra guided meditation with Master Golden Ray and Earth, I bring in Master Golden Ray from the ancient temples of Egypt to bring your root chakra into balance, and then we breathe in pure Earth energy together. I put this video in the description and in the end screen of this video. Four, second pyramid transmission, addition, dreams. I always spend a little time to speak with the clients when they come for a second treatment to find out the intention of the session. Often, instead of saying where they want to head towards, the clients would tell me what they don't want first because they were so bothered by these qualities that they had or the circumstances that they were dealing with. When we cannot change the circumstances, we can only change ourselves. How much of ourselves do we need to change though? I think most of us have experienced feeling powerless when external circumstances just don't improve, and we feel like we are at a dead end. I like to ask my clients their wishes, their dream life, and then find out the feelings that they are after. When they settle into the massage table, I ask them to dream that dream scenario and to feel those feelings that they desire. I ask them to do this for a minute or two, and after that, they can drift off to sleep. Other than removing blocks that stop the clients becoming their higher self, a second treatment also elevates clients' frequency so that they can access the quantum field where everything and every possible scenario exists. When a client visualizes their dream life in this way at the beginning of the treatment, it's as if they are jump-starting the manifestation process. In the second session story, she came back to sleep. There didn't seem to be any solutions to my client's issues, but the best solutions that she didn't know she could reach for came one after the other, till the only challenge left was that she had to choose what she wanted instead of what was expected of her. I do not have proof that the second treatment had anything to do with her good fortune, and I have no desire to claim anything. I share this story here to remind all of us to continue to dream. I put a link to this blog article in the description. Second pyramid transmission started when an idea came to me to share Second in a simple way. It is not how I normally facilitate a Second treatment. What I do with Second pyramid transmission is that I channel a certain amount of Second energy for you. I also create a pyramid for you as sacred place to be placed around you when you are receiving the transmission. My Divine Spirit team fills the pyramid with elements and colors according to the moon cycle's collective energy needs. You can receive this transmission at your convenience during this moon cycle. Here's what you need to do in order to receive this transmission. 1. Get comfortable by either sitting with your back supported or lying down on your back for relaxation and circulation. 2. Give intention to the effect of, I would like to receive the snake issue number 8 second pyramid transmission now, to my highest good and will. 3. Relax for about half an hour. That's it. This time, my Divine Spirit team filled the pyramid with the vibration of Aegean Sea, Ocean, Eagle, Love, and Marble Stone. Look up the properties of these items if you feel drawn to. You may or may not feel anything, it's fine. Having sensation is not a requirement. The only requirement is that you are willing to receive. Please remember to say to my highest good and will, so you know you are in control. If you have any questions, please leave a comment in the comment section. I certainly would love to hear about your experience. If you want to share the gift of Second pyramid transmission with your friends, please send them the link to subscribe for the Loving Energy newsletter, which can be found in the description. Five. I enjoy all the little wonders in life. The You Are Amazing affirmation of this moon cycle is, I enjoy all the little wonders in life. During our holiday, my brother had cultural shock because of me. He blamed me for our takeaway dinner being delayed. You couldn't just go straight to the takeaway place. You had to talk to your friend. My brother accused me of wasting time. That wasn't my friend. He was Photoman's friend. And you had to talk to him for so long. I didn't really talk to him. Photoman was having a beer with his friend who kindly told us where the takeaway shop I wanted was. I had to hello him and thank him, didn't I? Photoman had to cut his meeting short, pay the bill so that he could take us to the takeaway shop. I also couldn't help but introduce the friend to my brother and sister-in-law and mentioned his former career as a Paralympics medalist. Then you had to talk to Photoman's friend's son. My brother continued. I had to say hello, and he told us a better takeaway place. The Paralympics medalist's son just arrived to join his father, and upon finding out where we were heading, said we should walk a bit further to this amazing new place. They had duck gyros and non-stop hip-hop music from the 80s. Come on, of course we had to go there. He even offered to walk us there. I knew my brother was being impatient when we were walking towards this amazing new place with duck gyros because he told me. I wanted to please my brother, so I told the friend's son my hesitation, and he winked and said, Almost there, trust me, it's worth it, before continuing his conversation with Photoman. We did get there very quickly. I didn't know why my brother had issue with it. And you couldn't just order the food without complimenting the cashier's hair, my brother exclaimed. What? I couldn't believe my brother had a problem with that too. But the girl's hair was amazing. Of course I had to tell her. The girl had immaculate Viking-style braids. I congratulated her for her superhuman effort in managing such difficult techniques. The girl said, Of course they are amazing. I paid for them. After that, of course I oohed and ahed a bit more so that the braids worth every cent they cost. They were incredible braids, my sister-in-law told my brother. They were very difficult to do. But you are missing the point. You couldn't just go from point A to point B without distractions. You are ridiculous. My brother started going banana. He is the principal of a school. He is a logical person, but in front of his little sister, he was all but 5 years old, and I was 2. Surprised by his attack, I decided it was time I share my observation. I know what your problem is. You have tunnel vision. By wanting to get to your destination, you miss out all the lovely things. Tunnel vision. Tunnel vision. You have tunnel vision. All you see is everything else and you missed the destination. Our argument didn't end there, but I will spare you of this family drama. I did have a think about what my brother said, and I decided that if it is either all the lovely things or the destination, I would rather miss out the destination and choose to notice and enjoy all the lovely things. I don't think my noticing and enjoying little lovely things deter me from my destination, though. The shop with duck gyros was indeed superior, and we went and ate there the next evening. I do manage to publish my newsletters on time, and this is the 32nd issue so far. I actually think that my noticing and enjoying all the little wonderful things is what helped me create. During this moon cycle, say, I enjoy all the little wonders in life, and see how your life becomes even more magical than it normally is. Note: the images on screen show the Balos Beach and lagoon. I'm very excited to see I had captured the moon in the photograph with photomen swimming. The last image shows the color of the sea at Ayo Soson. We have reached the end of the snake issue number 8. The next issue will arrive at your mailbox on the 22nd of September, Monday, which is the first day of the 8th month in the Chinese calendar. Yes, the next new moon day.